Thank you so much. So nice to meet you. My name is Claudio Estrada. I'm the principal here at PUC Community Charter Middle School. Soy director aquí de la Escuela de PUC Community Charter Middle School. I went to study at the University of California, Santa Barbara. I had the chance to also study abroad in Paris, France, had a great experience there. I got into teaching through an organization called Teach for America here in Los Angeles. My background comes as an English sixth grade teacher. I also got my master's at Loyola Marymount University. And one of my favorite colors is the color green. And when I'm not at work and when it's safe to do so, I definitely enjoy to travel. I'll pass it over to our amazing assistant principal, Mrs. Perez.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Vanessa Perez. I'm the assistant principal here at PUC Community Charter Middle School, and I was also born in the San Fernando Valley. I went to the University of California, Irvine for both my bachelor's and my master's. Mr. Shadow likes to highlight that I got my bachelor's in 3 years instead of 4 years. I did always know that I wanted to become a teacher, which is why I got my bachelor's and my master's in 4 years total, and went straight into teaching 7th grade English. I taught at CCMS before I became the assistant principal here, and I was a 7th grade English teacher for 5 years. I do love the color blue, so it's great being at CCMS and getting to wear blue all the time. And then also when it is safe to do so, I also love to travel.
So 6th grade students, when you're on campus and you also love to travel, definitely come talk to us. We would love to hear about some of your favorite places you traveled with your family. So I definitely want to give everybody a nice warm welcome to the college-bound graduating class. The year is a little off, but here at CCMS, your road to college journey starts today. And so if it's either Harvard, Princeton, Stanford, Yale, CSUN, UCLA, your journey starts with us. And we're so happy that you chose us to be part of your child's middle school journey. So earlier today, Ms. Perez asked me, what am I so excited about this school year? To be honest, I'm really excited about kids coming back. I miss kids, seeing them in person. I miss their laughter. I miss their jokes. I miss learning all the cool things that they do outside of their house, because being on the computer, to me, it wasn't happening very much. Ms. Perez, what about you?
So I also am excited to have students back. They have this energy that is just contagious. And they love to talk about silly things and laugh about what happened over the weekend. And I love to hear about all of that.
Excellent. Thank you, Ms. Perez. Yes. And you know what, 6th grade students, I'm sure you're asking, I want to meet my teachers already. How do they look like? How do they sound? Well, this is your chance. So today we were able to get the majority of your 6th grade teachers here on the Zoom for orientation. The ones that you see in the bottom in green highlighted are not here today, and you will get to meet them on the first day of school. So for right now, I'm going to put everybody into a breakout room, and then you're going to get to hear from your teacher about what are they excited about coming back to school. So here we go.
You guys get all the names or no?
So right now, if you're still on this screen, that means that you haven't accepted the breakout room. So on the bottom of your screen, it says open invitation. So go ahead, click there so you can hear your teacher talk. Great, thank you so much. So hopefully you got the chance to hear from at least one teacher, and hang on, because you're gonna get more opportunities to hear more about other teachers throughout the presentation. So why do Ms. Perez and I love working here at PUC Community Charter Middle School? I'm not sure if many of you know, but PUC Community Charter Middle School was one of the first charter schools here in Los Angeles. And it all started with the vision of Dr. Jacqueline Elliott. And it started with 100 parents reaching out to her and saying, my child deserves a better option. And after so much time fighting with the city and with the state, she was able to get approved and start up her first charter school here in the San Fernando Valley. And with those 100 families, they came so much challenges that altogether they overcame. And one of them was that when the school was threatened to be shut down just within a few months of opening, and all the parents told Dr. Elliott, you know what, Dr. Elliott, my child will be much better off in your school for 6 months in comparison sending them to the neighboring schools that are just, I don't want my child to go there. And that fueled her, and that opened up a huge dream, which now we are proud to have 14 schools in our network all over in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, and as well in East Los Angeles. And Dr. Elliott still is involved in our school. And as you can see there, we celebrated our anniversary a couple of years ago. We had a huge performance, and a lot of her foundations are still very relevant and prevalent here in our campus. And now I want to introduce to you our amazing office manager, who's been here since the beginning, since 1999. And I'm going to let her give a chance to introduce herself and share some insight. Go ahead, Ms. Flores, take it from here.
Hi, thank you parents for joining us tonight. Students, welcome as well. I'm the office manager here at CCMS. I've been here for almost 19 years, and I'm very proud to see CCMS grow over the years. Now, even our former students are bringing their students here, their children here back to CCMS. It's a very special place. Best advice I can give you to be nice, treat others like you want to be treated, with respect. And thank you very much for joining us tonight.
I use that one.
Thank you, Mrs. Flores. I really appreciate that. Yes, treat others like you want to be treated. So this past year and a half, all of us have been on distance learning. So por el último año y medio, muchos de los estudiantes estuvieron en la computadora en la casa. So we almost feel like we lost a year and a half. A lo mejor se siente como perdimos hace un año y medio. But it's also very important to remind us, where did we come from and where are we working to? Es muy importante de reconocer de dónde venimos y para dónde vamos. In my experience working here at PUC Community Charter Middle School, a lot of the times I think our students miss the point. If you can do me a favor, whoever is not on mute, please go ahead and mute yourself, so make sure all the parents get a chance to hear this presentation. Thank you so much.
How long was this? Like, if it sounds cool.
Great. Es muy importante saber de las raíces de donde vienen nosotros y dónde estamos trabajando. So today I'm going to share with you a very important story of mine. This is my dad. My dad came here in this country in the 70s, all the way from Mexico. Mi papá vino a este país en los 70 del estado de Zacatecas de México y trabajó por muchos años en una fábrica aquí en Sun Valley haciendo productos para limpiar carros. También mi mamá vino a este país del estado de Zacatecas también y trabajó en una fábrica empezando ella también coser también. Y es muy importante que mi mamá y mi papá me comentaron de su historia cuando yo era niño para recordarme el esfuerzo que ellos hicieron para venir a este país para ganar otra oportunidad. I'm very grateful and fortunate why my parents keep reminding me of their story when they came to this country, because they came here for a better opportunity. So through their story, this is what I learned from, that education matters. La educación es muy importante. You gotta have a good work ethic. You gotta have integrity, commitment, persevere, and have and enjoy every opportunity that you get so you can get a shot at the American dream and always have gratitude. Es muy importante de tener gratitud. So for this part of the presentation, 6th grade students, I want you to ask your parents, what are your dreams and hopes for me in middle school, in high school, and beyond? En este momento, estudiantes, quiero que tengan el último, por un minuto, preguntarle a sus papás, ¿cuáles son los sueños que ellos tienen para ustedes en la secundaria, preparatoria, y en el colegio? Go ahead, do that right now. Students, talk to your parents. This is pretty amazing. I wish you can see our screen. Ms. Perez and I are smiling, as well as the teachers, because we are seeing every square of every parent talking to their child. Es muy importante, especialmente en esta edad, que los papás sigan hablando con sus hijos y teniendo esas conversaciones muy ricas en la casa. So students, I am sure your parents and my parents have very similar mindset. Así como mis papás vinieron a este país para darme la oportunidad, yo creo sinceramente que sus hijos también, ellos van a tener la misma oportunidad. I sincerely believe that your child will also have the opportunity to be the best person that they can and go off to college and succeed. Maybe one day be the principal here at CCMS. A lo mejor un día ser director aquí de esa escuela, aquí en PUC Schools. So I ask you here, parents, les pregunto a ustedes, why are you here? Because you can be enrolled in any other school. You could have gone to Maclay, San Fernando, Pacoima. There's other schools around the area. Why did you choose to enroll at CCMS? And I can pretty gauge why. This is why. Who is the best in the middle school game? This is all public information based on the test scores of English and math of our neighboring schools. So in here, you see a comparison of Maclay, Ala Vista, San Fernando, and San Fernando Institute of Applied Media. CCMS continues to score very high. So what does that mean? It means that we have some of the most amazing smart students. We have parents that continue to push their child to be their very best. And we have teachers that care. We have teachers that care and they love what they do. And coming here to our school, you also get the opportunity when you fulfill all of our middle school requirements, you also get automatic admission into our high school, Community Charter Early College High School. And as you can see here in the same chart, when they're comparing to our neighboring high schools, we outbeating Poly High School, San Fernando, Sun Valley, Silmar High, and Verdugo Hills High School. So there's magic happening here. We know what it is, and we're so glad that you're part of it. So thank you again for choosing to enroll your child in our school. But parents, it's also very important to understand is that this job, we can't do it alone. El trabajo no se puede hacer solo, nomás con los maestros. Today, we had 37 parents out of 360 parents call and ask, do I have to be present? 37 padres de 360 llamaron ahora a la oficina para preguntar que si era necesario venir a esa reunión. Well, let me ask you this. You're sending your child to a place where other adults are going to help to raise your child. Wouldn't you want to know what's happening? Si usted va a mandar su hijo a un lugar para aprender y otros adultos van a crear su hijo por usted por parte del día, ¿usted no quería saber qué está pasando en ese lugar? So it's very important that starting today, parents, you set the tone. Es muy importante que ustedes ahora pongan el tono y decir, la escuela es importante aquí en mi casa. The school is very important here at my home. And frankly, Ms. Perez and I want to share with you, if you're looking for a school to drop off your child at 7, and I'll pick them up at 7 p.m. and not get involved, maybe this is not the place for you. Si usted está buscando una escuela que deja al niño temprano en la mañana y lo van a recoger a las 7 de la noche, a lo mejor eso no es una escuela para usted. Here at CCMS, we require and we ask for parents' involvement. Aquí en CCMS, sí que requerimos que los padres estén involucrados en el estudio de sus hijos. Because when we work together, we can make magic happen. Earlier this summer, Ms. Perez was reading some books and she found some great things that I want to share with you. Research shows that when students learn more, that students learn more and have higher grades and have better attendance when their parents are involved. Nos dice en un libro que Ms. Perez estaba leyendo que cuando los estudiantes andan haciendo bien en la escuela, ganan buenos grados y teniendo atendencia perfecta, es que porque los papás están involucrados en la educación de sus hijos. If you know what is expected in the classroom, you can more easily address any issue that comes as your child moves through the school year. Parents, I'm going to wait again one more time. You can just go ahead and mute yourself so everybody can get the chance to hear this presentation.
Okay, let me try this.
Es importante que, por favor, hagan mute a su pantalla, por favor, para que los otros padres puedan escuchar.
If you want it to take for a while. Yeah, no, this will probably be better. But I don't buckle anyway. I use okay. I mean, even if you can go, like once you put them on, if you things.
Can someone please mute your screen, please?
Okay, let me try this.
Students, if you're there, help your parents. If your parents' screen is not on mute, please. Thank you so much.
Come here, stop it. Please relax.
Ms. Perez, I want to make you a co-host so you can find that person and go ahead and mute him for Ms. Perez. Thank you so much. Yeah, the show must go on. So by also attending parent conferences, parent nights, you also send a positive message that school is important. Keep in mind that here at CCMS, you are our partners. You are also part of that recipe towards success. And at this time, I would like to introduce to you some of our amazing office staff members that, in my opinion, parents, I also think you should make your best friend, because guess what? In the middle of an emergency, when you call the school, these three ladies are probably going to pick up the phone. So here we go. Let's start first with the one and only, who's also celebrating a birthday today, Mrs. Lopez. Go ahead, Mrs. Lopez.
Hi, everybody. Just like Miss Flores, I have been working here for many years. CCMS feel like my family to me. Best advice that I can give you is to be yourself. Do not let other boss you around, and always do the right thing.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lopez. I think that's the best advice, Ms. Lopez. That's correct. Students, you're about to enter a stage in your life where you're going to be influenced by many people, but you already know what to do the right thing. So just pretend your mom and dad are in your head or in your shoulders telling you, should I be doing that or should not I be doing that? Thank you, Ms. Lopez, for that great advice. Mrs. Lopez, on behalf of everybody here, happy birthday. Thanks so much for spending your birthday with us. Now, let's give it over to Mrs. Sanchez.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ms. Sanchez. I really enjoy working here at CCMS. All the teachers, students, and parents are very friendly. We have a special place here because of people like you. The best advice I can give you is do not be afraid to ask questions. We're all here to help. This is your future.
Yes, I totally agree. We're all here to help. We love when students come to the office and ask questions. Thank you so much, Mrs. Sanchez. And last but not least, one of the most popular persons here on this complex, because she helps our students during their break time and after school, is our student store manager, Mrs. Sandoval.
Hi, I'm Miss Sandoval. You could find me in the student store most of the day. I am very excited to get our store running after being closed for over a year. We have so many healthy treats you can buy during the break time. The best advice I can give you is to save your money. Do not give your money away to your friends. Your parents work hard for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Ms. Sandoval, for bringing that up. That is very true. Sixth graders, save your money. Invest it into an IRA or some Bitcoin before you give it away to your friends. Because guess what? Your parents work for you. Your parents do not work for anybody else. They work for you. So when a friend asks you for money, you make sure you say no, because a lot of the times we don't want you to be taken advantage of. And it's very important that you use the money that your parents gave you just for you. So parents, why do I bring this up? And thank you, Ms. Sandoval, for bringing it up. It's because a lot of the times students just want to be nice and they end up giving all of their money away. And then when they want to find something, they don't have money in their pocket. So it's very important, parents, when you are giving your child money to come here at school to spend, that you very are clear with your intentions and what they are supposed to use it for. Ms. Sandoval is such a great student store manager. She sees what's happening there throughout the day. And many times you'll be surprised how she gets $50 or $100. I don't know about you, but I think $50 or $100 is a little excessive to buy snacks or a Gatorade at during the school day. So you're very lucky to know that here at CCMS, we have eyes on everyone. Tenemos ojos en todo. So just like your parents have said before, and our office staff and our teachers feel, we want you to invest with us in a quality education. And I think this is why you chose CCMS. So welcome to middle school. Bienvenidos a la secundaria. What did I sign up for? Yeah, you signed up for a crazy roller coaster ride like you probably would have seen at Six Flags Magic Mountain. And sometimes this ride will have some turns, some highs, and some lows. But that's okay, because this is what we love to do here at CCMS. We love to help you so you can be the best person ever, and you can be the positive change our world needs. But here at CCMS, we work very hard. But when we work hard, we also like to reward excellent academic excellence and good behavior. So we like to have a lot of fun here at school. And when you're back here on campus, you're gonna have an assembly with me where I get to share with you all the amazing field trips, and festivals that we get to do with you and throw parties in your classroom, because all those things have to be earned. And just like you work very hard, our teachers work very hard too as well. And this is an example of one year where we took some of our teachers to Disneyland, and you might recognize some familiar faces there. So, padres, ¿en qué se escribieron? Esa relación es como un matrimonio. Les dimos el anillo, vamos a tener una relación fantástica. Y a veces, como un matrimonio, sube y baja la relación. Just like a marriage, there's goods and there's bads. But in this marriage, we are not going to break up. No nos vamos a divorciar. We are not going to divorce you. Because when you signed up for our school, we signed up with you, and we're going to be a team. And sometimes you may not want to hear from us, and sometimes you do want to hear from us. So we have to find the balance together, because when you share the same message at home and school does too, your child will get the same message across, and there will be no mixed messages. So es muy importante que el mensaje, el que se da en la casa, sea bonito aquí en la escuela, para que su hijo no tenga ninguna confusión de lo que está pasando con las expectativas aquí en nuestra escuela. So we are a team. We all work together, the student, the parents, and the school. This is not a one-sided team, and we must continue to support each other in the good and the bad and in the ugly. So again, I ask you, why are you here? ¿Por qué están aquí? ¿Qué es lo que quieren sacar aquí de esta escuela para su hijo? Es la grande pregunta. Y yo estoy seguro es porque ustedes quieren que su hijo tenga una oportunidad. And I am positive to share that I greatly think that you are aligned with us, is that you want your child to have an opportunity to be successful and be the best person that they can for the world. So a year and a half ago, we were all in school, we were doing so good, and none of us had the idea that we're going to be online for a year and a half. Un año y medio estuvimos en casa con el aprendizaje. Nadie tuvo la idea que iba a pasar tan largo. And yes, and we heard you. We heard parents from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and I'm positive your elementary school gave you the chance to express how you feel. This is what parents have said at our school. Eso es lo que los papás en nuestra escuela han dicho sobre la experiencia que tuvieron hace un año y medio pasado. They said they were very excited to have their child socialize with their peers. Yes, let kids be kids. They said they are looking forward to their child having a consistent schedule outside of school, outside of their home. ¿Cuántas veces papás han llegado del trabajo y el hijo sentado en el sofá viendo la televisión? Queremos cambiar la rutina. Salgan para afuera para que les pegue el aire. They also said they are glad that their child will be in their classroom to get support from teachers and staff. Oh, let's stop there for a second. Parents, just by a show of hands, Ms. Perez and teachers, please look out on the screen there for me. How many of you now have an understanding how hard a teacher's job is? ¿Cuántos de ustedes suenan la mano, saben y tienen empatía qué grande trabajo es de ser maestro en estos días? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you just had your kid. So now imagine your kid times 30. Woo! Yeah. Hasta aquí ya, I already have white hair. Las canas ya las tengo. Yes, it was a lot. But guess what? Here at CCMS, we are so blessed to have an amazing group of parents. Estamos muy afortunados aquí en CCMS de tener padres que exigen lo mejor y quieren lo mejor para sus hijos y siempre, siempre, siempre le dan la escuela la oportunidad de explicarse para poder apoyarle a sus hijos. We are so blessed to have parents that exceed the best of their child. They always want the best. But I think the key here is that parents always give the school the opportunity to hear what's happening, because sometimes teenagers do not like to share the complete truth. They only want to share what's benefiting them. And that's what I love about our parents here at CCMS, that they give the school the opportunity to see what's going on the other side. So is normal life ahead For sure, absolutely, yes. So get excited. We are opening up school. We cannot wait to have you here very soon. But I'm sure you're wondering, how is school going to look like? ¿Cómo la escuela se va a ver? And this is where we're going to share those important details with you. So school here starts on August 16th. That is almost less than 2 weeks. Agosto 16 empieza aquí la escuela. School here at CCMS starts at 7:50. That doesn't mean that you get out of your bed at 7:50 and you roll up whenever you want. If your elementary school had you starting school at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock last year, that's over. Now we're coming back to normal. We're giving you what you want because we want you to be successful. So school here at PUC Community Charter Middle School starts at 7:50 in the morning and it ends at 3:30 in the afternoon. Also, every Tuesday for the entire year, we are always going to be dismissed at 2:30 p.m. because that is the time that the teachers meet together and they work together and they plan and they work with Mrs. Perez to identify areas that they can improve to help your child be much more successful. So how does sixth grade look like here at our school? I'm sure in your elementary school, you were either assigned a room number, so either room 5, room 6, room 3, not here. We believe in a college-ready going culture, and it starts today. So instead of being assigned a room number, you are assigned a college. But here's my favorite part. You won't find out what it is today because you're going to find out on the first day of school. So you're going to be assigned either a college from Harvard, Stanford, Princeton, or Yale. It's going to be 30 new friends in your classroom, and you're going to have classes such as English, math, history, science, mesh, PE, music, and theater. How amazing is that? And you're going to get a chance to travel from classroom to classroom with your group, with your cohort. And I'm so excited for you to meet our sixth grade teachers because they do such a fantastic job of getting you ready from elementary school and off to a great start here at CCMS. So you can be successful in our middle school. Now, parents, I want to show you what we have been doing this last couple of weeks in preparation for your child to coming back. We got rid of carpets. Those nasty carpets are gone. Llamen para de esos tapetes. I don't know how you say it in Spanish, carpeta. Ya los quitamos, se fueron. Every classroom now has a tile floor, so it can easy to clean. Tenemos azulejo para que es más fácil para limpiar durante el día en comparación a tener esa carpeta que ya está sucia. Here at our school, we also have an amazing after-school program. And if you can see in the pictures behind Ms. Perez and I, look at all those trophies. So right before we got out of school in March 20th, those are all the trophies that our students collected. So if you're lucky enough to try out and make our team and you have the grades, that's very important. You must be passing all of your classes in order to participate. You can join our basketball team, our soccer team, our ladies softball team. We have an amazing award-winning dance team. Ms. Perez, is there anything else that I'm missing? Soccer, volleyball, softball, flag football too as well. So there are a lot of great sports that we offer here in our after-school program, and this will happen after school from 3:30 to 6:30. On top of our sports, we also have an amazing program where we tutor after school, and we also have different clubs. So as we're opening up the school, more details to come, and we'll be sharing those with you during the student assemblies during the first week of school.
Oh, sorry for the interruption, Mr. Strada.
Yeah, go for it.
There's a couple of questions, and I feel like other parents will also have this question.
Yeah.
So how can I sign up my child for the after school program once that information becomes available?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So as soon as we have a secure way of, and the programs and the sports we're gonna have available, we will go ahead, mail home an application, give one to your child when they come to school, and we'll also email you one. So here at our school, we do a good job of communicating. So not to worry, we will keep you in the loop. Anything else, Ms. Perez?
That's it for right now. Thank you.
Great. All right. We're also very lucky to share that every child, regardless of the family income, will receive free breakfast and lunch here at our school. So once you get dropped off here at school before it's 7:50, you can go to the student cafeteria and pick up a breakfast and enjoy before going to class. And also during lunchtime, if you want to bring your lunch from home, make sure it's healthy. So no soda, no chips, no junk food, because I will take it away and your parents have to come pick it up. You can more than happy to go pick up some lunch from in the cafeteria, or if you're not that hungry and you have money that your parents gave you, you may go buy some healthy snacks from our student store. We also invested in computers. We used so many computers this past year and a half. Some of them didn't come back. I knew we didn't give them away, we loaned them, but hey, stuff happens. And we want every child here at our school to have access to their own computer. So every classroom here has a set of 30 laptops. So every child will get to use, so they don't have to share. And our teachers are very excited to get these new electronics in their classrooms as well. We're very happy to share is that we also installed these stations where you can fill up your water bottle. So students, here at CCMS, we do not sell water bottles, and the water fountains are closed because for health reasons. But now we do have this portable, purified cold water that you can fill up your mug or your jug or your cup when you're here at school. So please make sure that when you go to TJ Maxx or Ross from Home Goods, or I don't know where else people go to, Target, tell your parents to get you one. Parents, you do not need to spend $40, $80 on a fancy one. A $9.99 would work. I've seen plenty at Home Goods. They come in very fun colors and sizes. Also, students, those who love sports outside, guess what? We just got a brand new turf. No one has used it, and we can't wait for you to use it. So our previous turf was falling apart. Kids were falling, they were hurting. Ms. Perez and I said, no way, let's get some new grass. But I was like, Ms. Perez, but I'm allergic to grass. And she was like, I have a better idea, fake grass. So this is what we have for you. It is finally clean, installed, and we also added padding around the light post. So when you are playing football or Frisbee or playing a sport during PE class or during your free time, no one gets hurt. So we're so happy to have you be the first group of students to enjoy this brand new, humongous turf when you come back to school. Also, our student store got a nice makeover. It got a nice paint job. It got some new windows, and it also got a nice big awning to cover you. So while you're waiting in line to purchase, the heat, it's not bothering you. So that is our student store. That's where you'll find Miss Sandoval. And here are some of the snacks that she offers in her student store throughout the day. Next, how many of you like basketball? Guess what? We just got a brand new, clearly cleaned up basketball court. And I love this basketball court because it's on the roof of our school. It is a rooftop open basketball court. It looks a little dusty right now because of the rain, but we're going to clean it up for you when you come back to school. We got some brand new basketball nets, and we can't wait to have you up there for PE class very soon. Now, Mr. Estrada, you've been doing way too much talking. I want to hear more from Ms. Perez, but hey, before I hear from Mrs. Perez, let's hear from your teachers. So you're going to get the chance to meet your teachers right now. They're going to share about their name, what subject they teach, and here's some questions that we gave them so they can answer for you. On top of that, each 6th grade teacher is going to explain to you and your parents what are some things that you must know and understand before coming to the first day of school. So get your paper and pen ready, sit back, relax, and join me in finding your favorite emoji on your Zoom. So either you have a thumbs up or a heart or a happy face, and give a nice, quiet emoji welcome to Miss Finke.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mrs. Finke, and I teach 6th grade math. I know you all love math, so I can't wait to teach you math. My favorite middle school memory is playing piano, so I do love music as well. My favorite type of music is classical. My favorite color is blue, and why? Because I love the ocean. I love being outside. And that is something I discovered about myself this past year, is that I really do love being outside in the fresh air, in nature, as much as possible. And one tip that I would recommend to you to be successful in middle school is to practice. And remember, practice makes progress. We don't expect perfection, but we do expect everyone to grow and improve. And that is something that we focus on a lot here at CCMS. So I'm here to tell you a little bit about materials. And I know a lot of parents might have questions about what they can purchase for your child. So be assured that this materials list will be emailed to you following this meeting. And please have everything on the first day of school. And you need them every day as well. On the first day of school, we will be putting everything together. So please do make sure you double check the list and make sure everything is with your child. And if you are experiencing challenges getting these materials, please let us know so we can assist you. Just a few quick notes about the materials list. If there's something like a pack of highlighters or a pack of pencils, feel free, if you find a pack of 2 or 3 or 5, that's okay. If your pencils are a pack of 10 or 12 or 24, that's okay. Just do your best and let us know if we can assist you or if you have questions.
Thank you, Mrs. Finke. And I do want to celebrate the fact that our 6th grade teachers have been here for many years and do a fantastic job of helping your child get organized. So parents, all you have to do is just buy the supplies, put it in a bag, send it the first day of school, and the teachers will sit with all the students to make sure they organize all the materials. So parents, that is one way we're going to help you out. And now find another favorite emoji and let's show some nice emoji love to Miss Sandoval.
Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Sandoval. I am the 6th grade history teacher. When it comes to music, I'm not picky. I like everything. My favorite color is pink. And fun fact, I love Baby Yoda. One tip I recommend in order to be successful in middle school is to always try your best and to ask questions. Your teachers love when you ask questions.
Ms. Sandoval, and I also want to celebrate parents and students. This is very important. Ms. Sandoval also was a student here many years ago, and we're so happy she decided to come back and be a teacher in the exact same place where she grew to love this profession. So students, if she can do it, you can definitely do it too as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about parent involvement and ways that you can involve yourself in your child's education. So one big thing is talk about their school day. So what are they learning in their classes? What is something fun that they did throughout the school day? Know who your students' friends are. Tell your student to tell you about their friends. Be nosy and avoid any surprises. Be in the loop with your student and check students' backpacks, pockets to make sure you are receiving any important information, any handouts, and also to see if their backpacks are nice and organized and they have everything that they need to be successful throughout the school day. Also, check PowerSchool constantly to see your students' grades and assignments. This is going to be a great resource, not only for you, but for your student as well to be on track. We want all of you to be a part of your students' educational journey. So it is important to attend family nights. And lastly, follow up with us, and Ms. Nistico very shortly will share some ways you can communicate with us.
Thank you, Ms. Sandoval. And parents, I want to remind you that teenagers are not adults. Los adolescentes no son adultos. Aunque hablan y comportan o también tienen un genio, no son adultos. They're still kids. Teenagers haven't developed part of their brain that helps them realize what are the consequences of their actions. And so this is why, parents, we need to be on top of them now more than ever as their brains are developing, so we together can guide them in making great and positive choices. Again, find your favorite emoji and show Miss Nistico some love.
Hello, everyone. I was talking to my small breakout room, how excited I am that there are so many people, students and parents here. Thank you so much for coming. Like Mr. Estrada said, my name is Ms. Nistico. The subject that I teach is MESH, and I noticed some parents of former students. Thank you so much for giving some background information about MESH. It's super special here. In the last few years, this is my 8th year. It has only been math support to help the students coming into middle school with their math skills. But with our new program this year, we've expanded it to include each letter represents one of the subject areas: math, English, science, and history. And students, I know some of you are probably a little scared about coming, but please know that you have 8 6th grade teachers that are here to help you, and I hope you use me as much as possible. My favorite type of food, even though people don't think I eat a lot, I do. I love Mexican and Mediterranean food. I'm spoiled because I know some really good Mexican people who cook for me, and Mediterranean is the kind of food that I grew up on. What did I discover about myself in the past year is being behind a desk and computer all day is not fun. I don't know if that's how you felt, but I am ready to get away from the computer and sitting down. Last but not least, okay. Thank you. Last but not least, the best tip that I can give you is to ask questions. I remember Ms. Sandoval said the same thing. You guys, I know, are going to be afraid or intimidated, and you might think, oh no, that's a stupid question. Nope. Chances are you're not the only one who's thinking it. Please make sure that you are asking your teachers. And if you don't want to ask that one teacher, ask another teacher. We all know what each of our teammates are doing, so we can help you. Please make sure you're using us and asking us questions, even privately. All right, now at CCMS, you are going to find that we communicate, we over communicate. If you don't hear from us, you need to check in with us, because maybe we don't have your correct information. So again, if you don't hear from us, there's something wrong. So a couple of things that may sound familiar to you because of elementary school, we also use here at CCMS. Class Dojo, I know a lot of elementary schools like to use it, and us teachers, we also like to use it. Phone calls. When we start with our back to school night, when we are giving your children information about our classes, you will be getting all of your teachers' phone numbers, and we welcome your phone calls. Along with the phone calls, we do use text messages. I did mention teachers, but that's also how CCMS, our school, communicates with you as well. We all have our own Google numbers. Once again, we will be sharing with you. Just like you got this Zoom link, I'm assuming it, please check your emails. And students, you will also get your own email, and just get ready to check it on a regular basis. As my colleague mentioned, we also have parent meetings. We're going to start the first 3 weeks with parent meetings just to help you out and to get you used to our routines. And last but not least, and I believe Mr. Diamond also will be speaking on it, we have all of our social media posts with Facebook, Twitter, is it Instagram as well. So yes, we do communicate a lot. And please remember, if you don't hear from us, we might not have your right information. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Mrs. Sicko. Yes, and you're absolutely correct. So parents, we do not type that information. So whatever you wrote in your student's application, it is what we get. So if there is an error, you can go fix it there, or if not, give us a phone call, because here at CCMS, we send a lot of voicemails, text messages, and emails. And if it's the wrong information, you are never going to get it. So I just want you understand is that School Mint is where you register your student. And on the first day of school, Power School is where you monitor their progress. So on the first week of school, you will be getting a letter sent home to you with your child, so you can go ahead and make your parent online account, so you can monitor your child from home or from your cell phone or from your workplace to see how they're doing in their classes. Have they been tardy to class? Are they absent? You will have full access to the entire student profile. So School Mint is just where you register. Power School is where you monitor progress. And so whatever you put in School Mint is what gets transferred into Power School on August 16th. So make sure that whatever you put in there, it's correct. And if you're not getting the right number, if the messages, you might have the wrong number in our system. So call us so we can fix it. Just like Ms. Nisiko said, yes, we have emails, text messages, Google numbers, and Class Dojo. Parents, our teachers are human too. Many of them have their own families. So after 5 o'clock, many of them are not online. So if you're texting at 11 o'clock at night, do not expect a response in 10 minutes, because they're not going to respond. So I'm asking you to please give them at least one school day to reply. And if they don't reply, then come talk to me or Ms. Perez or call the office and we'll figure it out. But our teachers do a fantastic job of connecting with parents if it's done within a reasonable amount of time. And let's say if you work late and 11 o'clock is the only time you are able to send a message, go ahead, send it. The teacher, when they have available the next day, he or she will reply to you and answer your question. Here at CCMS, we do communicate a lot. Every year, I have a group of parents that said, hablas mucho, ya me enfadaste, para de hablar, I'm blocking you. Great, you can block me all you want. But the last thing that I want from a parent leaving here at CCMS saying, nobody told me. Yo no sabía que ahora están a las 2:30 de la tarde. Yo no sabía que ahora no hay escuela. So yo prefiero sobrecomunicarme con usted y usted decide cuál es la mejor manera de comunicarse y esa es la que usted se va a quedar. Porque aquí en CCMS preferimos que todos tengan el mismo acceso a la comunicación, a no tener nada. Go for it, Ms. Tucker.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Tucker, or Miss T. I'll be the new 6th grade inclusion teacher. So that means my job will be to make sure every student is included in the learning process. And because we recognize that we all learn very differently, and that's okay. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my background. So my favorite middle school memory is me progressing in math. I always struggled with math growing up, and I felt like middle school was the time where I had support from teachers who helped me get better, and I feel like it set me up for high school really well. I listened to a lot of like R&B and pop music. My favorite color is green because it reminds me of nature and kind of is serene and, you know, gives me good vibes. And I discovered in the last year just how to take care of myself better mentally and physically. Obviously, a lot of us just had a lot more time on our hands, so I made sure to prioritize that a lot more. And what is one tip I recommend for to be successful in middle school? I think it's really important to get involved in after school activities and extracurriculars if you have the time. This is the time to learn about yourself before you go into high school and eventually college. So it's important to learn what you like to do outside of just your traditional school subjects. Yeah, and I know some of you were asking about uniforms in the chat. So after the last year and a half that you've all had, we really want you all to come in this year with no distractions and a sense of commitment to your work. This is why we will be having uniforms. We don't want what you're wearing to school every day to serve as a distraction. So yeah.
Thanks so much, Ms. Tucker. Yes, and for here, I'm going to take it from here. Yes, we cannot afford distractions. We are not coming to school to have a fashion show. You leave that for the quinceañera on the weekend or the family carne asada on Sunday, not here for school. We're not going to be worrying about who has the coolest Jordans, the best earrings, the new game. Nope, 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 not here. We are here to learn and to be the best people ever on earth. And so with that, we believe in uniforms here at CCMS. And so in the chat room, I saw a parent ask if we're having PE. Yes, after being a year and a half away from school, from getting out, every sixth grade student is going to have PE every single day. So mijito, mijita, levántese por favor, porque vamos a hacer ejercicio. We're going to exercise here at CCMS. So get that couch, throw it outside, fluff those pillows, because here at CCMS, we're going to be working out. We're going to be doing amazing things, going outside, getting some fresh air, so you can be also healthy inside too as well. So here is our uniform for the entire year. It's because we do not have lockers here, and I'm not going to have kids change in the bathroom. You're going to come to school already in your PE uniform. Easy, squeezy, ready to rock and roll. So the one thing that we require here at CCMS is having a gray PE t-shirt with our school logo. You are going to get a flyer emailed to you after this meeting where you can purchase this t-shirt at our uniform vendor. They also sell basketball shorts and pants. You do not have to buy them there, but if you find somewhere else is cheaper, let me know so I can let other parents know of where to get a good deal. It's very important that they're closed, that they're easy to move, and you can wash them every day. So please, after sweating a whole day outside and exercising, you're gonna have to take a shower and get some clean clothes for the next day. Lastly, parents, please buy your child tennis shoes that offer a lot of support for physical activity. So please do not buy flats or sandals. Oh, es que las vi en TikTok que se miran curiosas. No, 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 no. Save that for the weekend, not here at CCMS, because we are here to learn and grow our minds, our heart, and also our health too as well. So here are some things that you should not be wearing here at school. So you should not, when you buy your shorts or your sweaters or your pants, they should not have any logos, no stripes. Jeans are not allowed here at school, and we do have some free dress days, but you have to earn those for good grades and attendance, and we'll have separate rules for those. Uggs are not PE friendly. Those are for at home or when you're on your vacation home in the winter. Do not bring those to school. And senoritas, flats are cute, but not here for school. Lastly, those Cardi B nails, they do not need to be here at school, because I don't know how are you going to tie, how are you going to write and get your hands working when you're in and doing a science lab. Nope. So papás, por favor, esas uñas grandísimas aquí no son para esa escuela. So save those for when you're on vacation, not here at school. Again, you're going to have the opportunity to earn free dress passes, but you have to earn those. Because here at CCMS, when you work hard, we also reward you.
Mr. Shredder, I have some questions in the chat about the uniform that I think we should just answer all at once. So just for clarification, students do not need to wear a blue or white polo at all and should just plan on wearing a PE uniform every day.
That is correct. So if you had brothers and sisters here before, yes, it has changed, because now every child 6th, 7th, and 8th grade is going to have PE for an hour every day. So this is why we all have to wear a PE uniform every single day, because you're going to be exercising. Yes, thank you, Ms. Perez.
Yes, and then just a clarification around our policy with PE when it is extremely hot outside or it's raining outside. What do we do then?
Absolutely, yes. And so we got you, parents. We would never put a child outside when it's way too hot or it's cold or it's rainy. So on those days we have inclement weather, the students will be having PE indoors, and we have a plan with our PE teachers where they do activities indoors versus being outside. Yes, we're fully aware that it gets very warm, sometimes hot here in Lakeview Terrace. So no, they wouldn't be outside during those extreme weather environments.
And then one last question regarding uniform. And I know there's some other questions. Don't worry, we'll get to those at the end. But another one about uniform is, so the uniform will be PE clothes. Can you just clarify what that would look like with the PE short bottoms and what the t-shirt looks like?
Yeah, I can do that. So for PE, this is how it looks like. The shirt's going to be the same all week. And the bottom, it's your child's comfort level. It could be shorts, it could be pants, it could be the sweats. You decide where your child's comfort level is. But the PE shirt is consistent every day.
And then a question, which is, when it's cold, are jackets, sweaters allowed, and what color?
Absolutely, great. It's a great question. Yes, and that actually is in the flyers coming to you. So the sweaters need to be solid navy blue with no logos as well. Thank you, Ms. Perez. That's a great question. I ever asked that. Solid navy blue with no logos. So when you go to the store and you see the Adidas ones with the lines, not those. Tiene que ser un color sólido, azul marino, el suéter.
And just to clarify, we're getting some questions. So shoes that are closed-toed with shoelaces, running shoes, walking shoes. So there's some questions in the chat about specific types of shoes. If they are sneaker types, those are perfect. Closed-toed shoes, those are perfect.
Yes.
So any comfortable shoes for PE for those of you asking about specific ones. And then I'll continue to answer some of the questions in the chat.
Thank you, Ms. Perez. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, so the shoes, parents, you're the judge. You're the one buying them for your child. So make sure that they're able to run and be comfortable with an exercise with those shoes. Because if you buy those flat shoes like Vans or like Converse, those are flat. They don't offer enough support for the sole of their feet when they're walking or running or playing a sport on the turf. Go for Mr. Aparicio.
Thank you, Mr. Estrada. Hola padres y madres de PUC Community Charter Middle School. Yo soy el señor Aparicio. Lo que yo voy a thank you, Jackie. Lo que yo voy a instructar para los estudiantes es la clase de inglés. Y ahora voy a platicar un poquito de mi música favorita. Me gusta pop, me gusta oldies y me gusta rock, alternative rock. Ay, disculpa por mi español, no está tan bueno como la señora Perez o Mr. Estrada o la señora Sandoval. Y gracias por su paciencia. Mi favorito color es el rojo porque me gusta mucho el héroe Flash y por eso cualquier tipo de color, si es rojo, lo que sea, ese es mi favorito color. Mr. Estrada. So, ahora voy a hablar un poquito en cómo va a ser diferente middle school de la escuela elementario. Normalmente, padres, los estudiantes estaban disponibles a gusto que solo tienen un maestro o maestra que instructa todos los subjects, que es matemáticas, inglés, historia, ciencia. Y ahora solo va a ser la diferencia de ese, es que ahora van a tener 7 maestros o maestras, ¿verdad? Que van a instructar matemáticas, inglés, historia, ciencia, clases así. Otra diferencia que tiene el elementario que es diferente del middle school es que en el elementario sus estudiantes eran más mayores de esa escuela y ahora cuando están entrando en la escuela nueva aquí en CCMS, ahora van a ser los estudiantes menores, ¿ok? So ellos van a ser los estudiantes, como le expliqué, menores. Y luego otra diferencia más que tienen diferente de la escuela elementario, que es diferente de la escuela de middle school, es que en la escuela de elementario tenían más maestros, maestras, otros tipos de señores y señoras que estaban ahí, cuidando más de sus estudiantes, y ahora en el middle school van a estar un poquito más libre. So van a tener un poquito más de oportunidad para poder platicar con sus amigos, amigas, no necesariamente estar en un espacio específico. Y ya mirado también que hay muchos padres que están preguntando cuántos estudiantes van a estar en las clases. So van a ser 30 aquí en el grado 6, van a ser 30 estudiantes para clase y van a ser todos los maestros aquí para los grados 6. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Diamond.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I am Mr. Diamond, and I'm the 6th grade science teacher here at CCMS. I think science is the best subject, but I'm probably a little bit biased. As far as my favorite middle school memory, I really liked in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade when I was playing baseball for my school, one of my favorite sports. My favorite type of music, it changes all the time. There's so much that I enjoy listening to, and it honestly changes based on my mood or the time of day, so always got to keep it fresh. My favorite color is green for a few reasons. I love nature. It's also my eye color and my mom's eye color, so it's kind of special to me that way. And what did I discover about myself this past year? I'm more capable than I ever thought I was. I had the opportunity in summer 2020 to go to grad school when I didn't really think that was something that would be in my future. So I applied to my dream school and I got in, and I've been working on my master's degree while teaching full-time online. So it's been a crazy but very awesome year. And then one thing I recommend in order to be successful in middle school would be 3 things. Just like many teachers have said already, please continue asking those questions. I love seeing all the questions in the chat because it tells me that you're getting more comfortable asking us when you need help. Take those risks. You're not going to grow unless you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And then, of course, have fun. We want to have a good time when we're working hard together. All right. So quick note on social media. Mr. Estrada has many phrases that he enjoys sharing with us every day. And one of them is, if you don't have anything nice to post, don't post it. You will hear this on the intercom all the time. So at CCMS, we are family and family support each other. So to our students, we know that it's been really great during the pandemic to connect with one another on social media. But remember, if it's posted on Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat, it stays there forever. So think before you post. If you wouldn't say it in front of an adult who loves you, like your grandma maybe, you probably should not say it to anyone online. And then of course, for our adults, our parents, our grandparents, our caregivers, be nosy. Monitor what your child is doing online. Whatever they're doing on their phone in their room, late at night, you gotta have eyes on that. What happens online almost always ends up at school. So we want to create this happy, healthy environment that CCMS is known for that helps our students thrive, and we need your help to do that. At school, we promise we will help your children continue to think about their social media use. We have these posters in every single classroom, the Think posters. It's a process helping us think through what we should be thinking about before we post. Is it true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, kind? We just wanted to introduce that to you this evening. So thank you for all your support.
Thank you, Mr. Diamond. And yes, Ms. President, I have to share with you that during distance learning, we didn't have any teenage drama. No parecía novela aquí durante la hora de almuerzo el año y medio pasado. Why? Because there is no social media gossip coming back to school. So this is where I believe now more than ever that it starts at home. Empieza en la casa. So padres, por favor, tienen que ser nosy. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Metiche, maybe that's the word, I don't know. En todo lo que sus hijos hagan. Ese teléfono, esas contraseñas, todo lo que hagan. Y también los hijos creen que son muy inteligentes, a veces unos no. El año pasado un niño le estaba diciendo a la mamá que le estaba haciendo un trabajo de la escuela y la mamá me dice, pues señor, yo lo miro que está en la computadora. Señora, su hijo anda jugando Minecraft durante la escuela. Por eso es muy importante que ustedes estén involucrados en todo lo que tengan en la casa, especialmente en el celular, las tabletas y todas esas cosas que ellos tienen acceso a tener en la casa. So at this time, I'm going to ask our teachers to go ahead and log off because they've been here since 7 in the morning, and we'll see you bright and early very soon. So thank you so much, CCMS teachers. We'll definitely appreciate it. Ms. Perez and I are still here with our office staff. So now let's continue with the things that everyone's been asking about. The school is opening. Yes, it is. What are you going to do about it? So before that, I also want to share with you that a lot of the times, parents think they're doctors. Well, maybe some, maybe are not. And sometimes they take medicine away from their children. Parents, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for a medicine to be normal in the child's body. So when you pull something out, it's really going to mess them up. And that's where we see the sporadic behavior here in our school. So if your child takes medication, please talk to your child's pediatrician, get an updated letter and send it over here to us so we can be fully aware. The more we know, the better we are to support, because we're not mind readers. It feels like it, but we're not. So you have to tell us what's going on at home, especially if it's a medical reason, so we can prepare it and be ready in case there is an emergency. So next steps, what's happening? La escuela va a abrir, ¿qué va a pasar? Quiero saber todo ahorita. So here it goes. So PUC schools will continue to use science and data and work with the government in response to COVID-19 for the incoming school year. We will only pivot if it's mandatory and required by the city and the state and the CDC. All of our PUC schools are going to open for in-person learning. So Mrs. Perez and I have spent the last 3 to 4 weeks in meeting after meeting, getting the latest information. So as of July 30th, all schools are recommended to open for in-person in the Los Angeles County. PUC schools would only change to online if it is required by the governor's office, just like we did in March of 2020. So under no circumstances, PUC will change or decide to go to online learning without formal and a written mandate from the governing offices. So PUC schools will be open, and it is our plan for the rest of the year, unless it comes from the governor's office that we must go to online learning. And so there are a lot of factors that we don't have control over. So we just have to plan for a successful school year being here together. So based on this new data and the Delta virus variant in Los Angeles, based from the CDC and from the Los Angeles County Health Department, all employees and all students must have a baseline and weekly COVID test. So if it doesn't matter if you got the vaccine or not, at this moment, everyone is going to have to take a baseline COVID test and a weekly COVID test here on campus. But the baseline must happen at least 1 week before the first day of school. So I am going to show you what that looks like. So step number 1, how does this look here at CCMS? All staff will be tested at least once a week. All staff will be tested before school starts and will be tested once a week while here for the entire year. Every parent must create their child's online account so you can get the results the same day we get them. And so in the chat room, I am going to put it, and I already send it as a text message and an email to you, but it's in the chat room. So don't do it right now, but you can go ahead and click on it. And so that is the form that you have to create, so where you put your personal information, your child's information, and when you get the results, when we get the results, you will get them too as well. So you also have a record of the weekly COVID tests that are happening here in our school site. So step 1, this is how the website looks. 26 questions. It's pretty simple. You have to fill it out. Make sure you put the correct email address, because our school cannot change it. So if you're wondering who is his health provider, PUC schools investigated with various health organizations, and this one came back with the best reviews. And so as an entire network, we decided to use Flow Health as our provider to do our weekly and baseline COVID test. After you make your child's account, you now have to make an appointment. An appointment has to be made so you can bring your child next week, either from Monday through Friday from 9 to 3, so they can do their baseline COVID test. Parents, we're going to make it easy for you where you don't have to get off the car. You're just going to follow the carpool lane. An employee will come to your car and administer the COVID test for your child. Right now, I am going to put the reservation link on the chat room. So go ahead, open that up. and you can decide when you want to make your appointment to bring your child for the baseline COVID test happening next week, starting Monday. How does this website work? This is how it looks. You click, you select our school. Our school is Community Charter Middle School. There are 3 schools here at this complex, so we all have to share the space. So this is why we have to stagger all of the appointments throughout the week in order to test 360 kids at our school and over 50 employees just at CCMS. So first, select the school. Then you are going to select baseline COVID tests. Once you do that, you get to select which day you would like to come starting next week. It's either from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and there are different slots you can select. So if you see a time slot that is not there, that means that that reservation is already full. We are only allowing to have 2 students per reservation. So again, we're only allowing to have 2 students per reservation. So this is why it's very important that you stick to your time and you follow through so we can allow other parents and families to use a later time during that week. Ms. Prez, if you can help me with whoever's talking. Thank you, Ms. Prez.
Yes.
Once you go ahead and enter your information, make sure it's correct, and you will get a confirmation of letting you know when this is your appointment time. When you show up to campus for your appointment, this is a big tip. No eating or drinking even water 1 hour prior to your appointment. This is not new to me or Ms. Perez and our staff. We had an amazing group of students for in-person learning and summer school. It's the same protocol. It's pretty easy to do after the kids get a second or 3 times doing at it. It's not that hard. And I've seen a lot of saliva these last 4 months, and I know when kids eat because saliva does not have hot Cheetos crumbs or saliva is not brown. And so when kids say, "Mister, I didn't eat," no, saliva doesn't come in colors. So please make sure that they're not eating or drinking 1 hour prior to their test, because if they do, it would get marked off and they're gonna have to come back again and take their test because your time is valuable. So we don't wanna have you coming back and forth throughout the week. So what does this look like for school when school starts? Every week, every CCMS staff member and student will have to do a weekly COVID test. For our school, it's going to be on Tuesdays for CCMS. So let's make sure that they are here. In case your child's not here on Tuesday, they will do it on Wednesday. And then just in case they can't, they will do it on Thursday. If your child misses a COVID test during those 3 days, then you have to go to a city-approved testing location so you can provide us with a negative test before they come back to school. Again, as a school, we will do our very best to provide every child the opportunity to take their weekly COVID test, and we'll pay for it. We'll pay for the services. But if your child's not here for those 3 days, then you're responsible for making sure that they are taken to a city-approved location so they can take their test, and you provide us with a negative results. The students will be testing throughout the day. The teacher will take them out with their cohort. They will go outside to visit the nurse station, and they will do their tests. Should not take no more than 3 to 4 minutes, and then they're back in class. This is very easy. We've done it for already since March. So I'm very positive that our 6th graders will get the hang of it. So when you come to campus, this is how our school looks like from the sky. You are going to enter from the side of the park, and you're going to follow the cones and the ropes all the way towards where you see the red dots. On the day of the test, you are going to see some red flags, especially on the day of school. That is going to be the area where you're going to be slowing down so an employee can come, take your temperature, and administer the COVID baseline test. So all of our employees, you're going to see them wearing a beautiful yellow shirt. That's our campus aides or campus security guards. And so they're there to guide you and answer questions, take your temperature. All I ask you parents is be nice to them. They're just doing their job. They're out there in the heat. Be nice to them. Come with ample of time so you don't feel rushed. They are doing the best job that they can. considering how unique this year looks like. So when you come to campus, you will be has to take your temperature. Here at PUC Schools, we have created our own daily health form. So just like many of you are at your jobs of employment, every employee and student has to submit this form before they enter the campus. So once your temperature is taken, an employee will show you the QR code so you can find it on your phone. But I want you to be ahead of the game. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm putting it on the chat room. So go ahead, download it and save it and bookmark it, because every day you will have to do that for your child in order to get dropped off here at school. So when you fill it out, it will tell you a bunch of questions come in English and Spanish. You must put the temperature the employee takes of your child. And if the screen pops up green, then your child can get off the car. If it pops up red, and then an employee will come talk to you about next steps. Again, you know your kid best. If your kid doesn't feel good, keep them at home. Do not send them to school, especially during these times. We all need to do our part to keep our schools safe, clean, and serene. So here is the map. Since we have 3 schools, we're going to have 3 lanes. So this is how we're going to gather many people here in our campus over the next week. So if you've been to Handsome Dan and got your test done there quickly, same process here at CCMS. We're going to get you in and out so you can get that test done and get back what you need to be doing so you can be successful for the rest of your day. So there are 2 possible COVID tests. For right now, we are going to be doing the spit test. It looks just like that. The students will spit into the vial, and the employee or the nurse will tell them to make sure they don't pass the line. There's no bubbles. It's done. It's sealed. We send it to the lab. We are working very hard with our health provider to do the mouth swab test, where they just swab the mouth and put it in and seal it. So as of right now, we're doing the spit test, but we're working very hard to make sure that that we do something easier so we can get students in and out of the test and go back to class. As a reminder, do not eat or drink anything 1 hour prior to your visit. What is the first day of school going to look like?
Mr. Shada, can I interrupt you? There's lots of good questions in the chat around specifically COVID testing.
Go for it.
So just to clarify, students every day will be expected to wear a mask and to do the health screening when they are dropped off, correct?
Yes, that part is coming in the next slide. Yes, they're all wearing a mask. That's correct.
Perfect. And then for any parents or families who had their student tested already, let's say this past week, does that count, or must they come next week during the appointment times?
Thank you, Ms. President. Great question. They must come next week because it has to be within 5 school days before the first day of school. And so the school day is August 16th. That week is the week that we need to have that baseline test in order for your child to be here on the first day.
Great, thank you. And then if a family does not have a car, can they come walking?
Ideally, we want everyone to come in a car, but if you can't, yes, you may come to school and walk, and you might just check in at the security kiosk and someone will be there to help you out.
There were a couple of questions in the chat around information. For example, it says, where do we find the student's email ID that's required to enter to make an appointment? Where would they find that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm going to ask Ms. Flores to in a second to come check in with me so I can find out where to get that information for you.
And then one more question is just to clarify, when will the hours of testing be? We'll start first with the baseline since that's next week. When will the hours of testing be for baseline testing next week?
Anytime from 9 to 3, Monday through Friday. You pick the day when you want to come.
Great, thank you.
Okay, great. First day of school, we want to offer a sense of normal and smooth transition back to school. All students will be screened before entering the campus. We highly recommend parents to please use a carpool lane. In case your child walks to school, takes the bus, then they will enter through the pedestrian gate, which I will show you in the next slide where that place is at. Ms. Perez and I are fully aware that students haven't been in a classroom for 1.5 years. And so we want them to be able to get a smooth transition back, but that means that we have to teach certain things, that basic skills that maybe they learn in elementary school and they forgot. So this is why the first 3 weeks of school, all of our teachers and here at CCMS, we're going to work with your child one-on-one so they can learn, one, how to interact with each other, how to use positive framing when they were asking for a request, how to go up and down the staircase, all those things that we take for granted. We want to make sure that all of our students are prepared and they'll be able to function here at a school setting. Once your child has been cleared, he or she can get off the car and line up in their corresponding lineup area. Mask must be worn all year long. I repeat, mask must be worn all year long. So please make sure your child gets sent to school with the mask. If you have a couple, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in their backpack, and just in case it falls or it rips, don't trip, chicken strip. We got plenty here, and every classroom, Ms. Perez and I have them in our pockets. We're more than happy to give your child one. If they need one, that's not a problem. We also want them to have a smooth transition and follow their schedule. We recognize that many of them or all of them have not been in a classroom setting for a year and a half. So this might seem new to them. So we want to have a smooth transition at least the first 3 weeks of school while they're here at CCMS. There is the map again, where you see the yellow square, that is a pedestrian gate, and that's for students that are walking to school, need to check in, and there'll be a campus aide or a supervisor there greeting students with the yellow shirt that they can help you to enter campus. So once you enter campus and you drop off your child on the first day of school, you'll be coming to Dolphin Plaza here with the yellow circle. In there, you'll be getting to line up. We will have a huge poster with all of the students' names. So you'll have to find your name, and then it tells you where to line up in which cohort. There'll be plenty of teachers out there helping you out. That wouldn't be a problem. Our 6th grade parents usually have the tradition to stay and watch their kids go into school the first day. Unfortunately, we cannot do that, but don't worry. We will take lots of pictures and videos of your child the first day of middle school, so you can post on your Instagram and send it to the family in the WhatsApp in Mexico or put it on Facebook. We will do all that for you on the first day of school. So this is what the first day of school will look like. There will be chairs outside with the college cohort. You'll be figuring out where to stand. Teachers will tell you, will guide you. We will help you out. So not to worry where to go the second that you get off the car, as long as you just come to Dolphin Plaza. Here's what the first 3 weeks of schools will look like. We want kids to learn how to be kids again. We want them to get to learn their teacher. Our teachers will be giving them a tour of the campus. Where's the restroom? Where are the classrooms? Where's the student store? Where's the PE office? Where's my office? They'll be getting a tour of the entire school buildings the first 3 weeks of school. We're going to give them plenty of opportunities for them to make new friends. Plenty of opportunities for them to try their new schedule. Remember, in elementary school, they were in one classroom. In middle school, they're going to be changing every hour. And there are a lot of systems that kids need to learn how to navigate and use. And we're going to spend a lot of time with them so they know how to check their email, how to check Power School, how to check various online programs that we use. We also want them to learn how to work together. And with that, they'll be joining me and Mrs. Perez for grade level assemblies the first week of school. Plenty of time to make new friends. And for those of you that had brothers and sisters here before and they got to experience CSUN week with us, this year we can't, but we are going to bring back a pool day. So we are going to be taking all of our kids at certain times throughout the 3 weeks to the big handsome Dan pool with their teachers so they can enjoy a Friday afternoon, just having fun, swimming, and being able just to be kids. So we're very excited to have that happening within the first 3 weeks of school. So Ms. Perez asked me this the other day. She was like, what happens if you have to go back on online learning? We learned a lot from each other last year in March. So we are not going to wait to the last minute. We're going to be prepared. So last year, the school bought this program called Schoology. We bought it again. and our teachers are going to be uploading their work and their classwork on the Schoology platform, and they'll be showing the kids how to navigate it. So just in case we have to go back to online learning, we're not running around and asking, what do we do, giving you packets. We're going to start fresh from the beginning. We're not going to get ready. We're going to stay ready. And as soon as we get that going, we're also going to be offering a session for parents so they can also make their own account and also log in. So just in case, if we need to go back to online learning, here at CCMS, we are prepared with a backup plan. Again, follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest information. We always posting all our flyers there for all parents and families to see. So wait a minute, Mr. Strada, we're not done yet. Like, I'm still not comfortable with my kid coming back to school. What are my options? I got you. So here it is. CCMS, it is an independent charter school, meaning that we're not officiated with LAUSD. We are independent on our own. So because we're independent, we can choose if we to offer it or not. Here at CCMS and in PUC schools, we want to work with the parents. So we are able to offer an independent studies option if parents choose not to bring their kids back to school. But I want you to understand before you select this option that it's not just easy by selecting it. You must meet the criteria first, meaning that it must follow a medical reason and you must show proof as to why your child cannot come back to school. If that's the option that you want to pursue, it will be at an independent organization. CCMS will just pay that company to teach your child, but your child will not be experiencing with our teachers. They won't be going to the pool. They won't be having all the things we have here in our middle school. They will just be with somebody else in a different organization following their program. So you wouldn't be following ours. So basically it will be a packet, a teacher at home, and it has nothing to do with us. So it wouldn't be what, if you have brothers and sisters that experienced that last year, it is not going to be like that. Second, you must have filled out the PUC school survey already saying that you are interested. So if you already filled that survey out, then that's step one. Next, you must attend a special meeting with me on Friday in the morning so I can explain to you what this program looks like. And if you're still wanting that program, then you must have a one-on-one meeting with me and sign the contract that this is what you want for your child. And this is what you select for reasons that the school has approved it, and we'll gladly enroll you in the independent studies. If you still want to meet and talk about it, I'm more than happy to do so. But in my professional opinion, we want students to be back here and be able to be with other kids and learn how to be with other humans. I cannot guarantee what that program looks like, but the program that I can guarantee is what we offer here at CCMS, what you just saw on our presentation. Again, thank you so much, Ms. President. Are there any questions that I need to answer?
There are questions, yes.
Ms. Go for it.
So there's a lot happening in the chat, just trying to keep up with what everyone is asking and circle back to some of the important ones that happened earlier. There are some parents that may be having some issues accessing the link. If they need help or something is going on either with the health screening link or the appointment meeting, what do you recommend they do?
Call the main office and we can help you out. And I'm putting the number in the chat room in case you don't have it already.
Perfect. And just to confirm, there are again 3 school options when you sign up for an appointment. So just make sure that you are selecting PUC Community Charter Middle School. There's also a PUC Community Charter High School on our campus. So just make sure that you're selecting PUC Community Charter Middle School for that time, just in case. Okay, there were some other questions just to make sure. I clarified some questions in the chat around wearing masks. So masks can be taken off if a student is actively eating or drinking, just as is recommended by the county. So there were some questions about that. So yes, it can be taken off when a student is actively eating or drinking.
Absolutely. So just when you go to a restaurant, it's not going to change here. Yes. Only when they're not eating or drinking, yes, they're gonna have to put their mask back on. Correct.
Great. And then you answered the question around people being there available on the first days and weeks of school to guide students to where they're going. So no need to be worried. There will definitely be people out there. Mr. Shada and I will be out there, so you will see a friendly face. So feel free to ask us if you're not sure where to go, but there will be people directing.
There'll be a lot of people outside helping everybody to go to their classroom. Yes, not to worry.
There was a question about how long does it take to do the baseline COVID test, and then just clarifying that after the baseline COVID test, the students will not be doing their COVID test in the car. It is only for the baseline COVID test that will be done in the car. Once students are on campus, we will have a system in school once kids are here dropped off. So there's no need to worry about a drop-off time, but to give a parent an approximation for how early they should show up to their appointment for the baseline, how long does it take a student typically to do the COVID test?
My answer is it depends how fast your child spits and produces spit. And so it may feel kind of funky the first time, but afterwards they will get the hang of it. So regularly, what Ms. Perez and I experience over during summer school, it's about 7 to 8 minutes.
Thank you. And then can you please put the links in the chat again? So for the health screening, yes. Specifically, someone is asking for the COVID test registration.
Yes, all those links will be sent to everybody again after this presentation, but I will put them in the link right now. So that's for the registration for your child's form for the COVID baseline test, yes.
Great. There's a question or multiple questions in the chat around cell phone use.
Oh, that's a great question. No, so cell phones are for emergency use only. Cell phones are not allowed here at school, but if your mom and dad give you a cell phone, it's for emergencies only, and it must be put in your backpack. So if a teacher sees it, they're going to tell you to put it away. If it happens the second time, they're going to send it to the office, and I'm going to take it away, and your mom and dad's going to have to come pick it up. So cell phones are only for emergency purpose only, and they cannot be used during break time.
There was some questions. Uniforms are still very popular even after that part of our meeting. So there was a great recommendation in the chat that I wanted to highlight that I will share after this. But Mr. Shada, there were a couple questions around hygiene. So what does this mean or impact students if they have to wear their PE uniform all day and then they sweat or it's hot outside?
Yeah, that's so send them with a deodorant. You know, their bodies are going to be changing. Our PE teachers are very aware and they know how the middle school age group works like. So they will have a plenty of cool off period. So they're not coming in sweating and out of air. They'll get plenty of water breaks. But I don't want you to think that their kids are going to a boot camp or a squadron race. No, that's not happening here. But we are going to be exercising outside. So just please make sure that you are also communicating with you at home, your children, about hygiene practices. So like showering when they get home, wearing a clean set of uniform, PE uniform, and putting on deodorant.
Yeah, there was a great recommendation in the chat about buying multiple PE uniforms, which is what our students have done in the past, whether for regular uniform or PE uniform. So we would also recommend the same, buying a couple so you can wash it, they can wear one, then a clean uniform the next day. So that was a great recommendation that I saw from someone in the chat. So thank you for that. The next question is, when are we able to start buying uniforms?
You can start buying uniforms tomorrow. Again, after this presentation, I'm going to email everybody the vendor where to go buy them, and it's in Sun Valley by the former Penrose Swami.
Another question is around. Oh, here's some next one. So, can the uniform, t-shirts, and shorts be purchased outside of the school?
The bottoms, yes. The shirt, no, because the shirt needs to have the school logo. And so this is how we as in a layer of security for our students to know that they belong to us.
Oh, and there's a great follow-up question. So the shirt does need to have the CCMS logo.
Yes.
The navy basketball shorts or the navy sweats, they can have the logo, but also if they're just solid blue, navy blue, and no logo, no stripes, they can also wear
That's correct.
those.
Yes.
So only the shirt needs to have the logo. The shorts and the sweatpants can be purchased elsewhere as long as they're solid navy blue.
Yep.
Girls can use the same bottoms, shorts, sweats, same thing.
Whatever your child feels comfortable with, it's welcome here.
And so again, the shirts can be purchased starting tomorrow. Mr. Estrada will send out that flyer so that you have the information from the uniform vendor. The sweater does need to be navy blue. Gray sweaters are not allowed. It needs to be a solid navy blue color, and that can also be purchased outside at a regular store as long as it's navy blue, no logos, no stripes, just solid blue color. And then you can reach out to the vendor if you're wondering about prices. So hopefully that answers your question. And then there are questions around cell phone use. Cell phone use is during school hours, they are used for emergencies only. So if a family member is picking up a child after school, so let's say 4 o'clock, yes, they can use their cell phones after school time, but not during school time unless it is an emergency. There's also a phone here in the office. So if you ever need to contact your child or your child needs to contact you, they can use the phone here in the office. They just have to come in and speak with our wonderful office staff. And then a clarifying question around gray t-shirts only or navy blue as well. The PE shirt is a gray t-shirt only. The PE shirt is gray t-shirt only. If a child carpools, can they show on their phone the daily health screening? Yes, they absolutely can, as long as they're using that QR code. And then Mr. Estrada put the link there in the chat. Thank you, Mr. Estrada, and thank you for projecting that too. Hopefully that answers some questions. Yes, I understand. Our students are fine with the gray t-shirts typically. If that's a concern, we can definitely talk about that more. We're available, Mr. Estrada and I, anytime, any questions that you might have. And then I'm just scanning one more time just to make sure. And there is a question around the Spanish translation of all of this really important information that you're sharing, Mr. Estrada. So just wanted to highlight that that will be shared in the email after this meeting.
Yes,
correct?
so this is, it will come in, va a estar en inglés y en español, y también cuando subamos a YouTube va a tener abajo escrito en español para que lo puedan entender. Y si si tiene más preguntas, llámenos aquí en la escuela y le podemos ayudar.
Great. Okay, I think I got all the questions. If I missed your question, feel free to post it one more time or send it to me directly, or you can always call the CCMS main office. We would be happy to answer questions then too. So just in case I missed anyone, that's always an option. I think that's it, Mr.